Barcelona fans who have already joined us in the Culé family, great. For those who haven't already, go check out the link in the description and join the Barcelona community. We have now a own E2 React sticker pack with nice stickers like the Wayo sticker and the Enjoy stickers. Come and use them in those Barcelona conversations and come and share your thoughts on Barcelona during the games, before the games and after the games. Link to download and to join are in the description down below. Once again, we've bottled a 3-0 lead in the Champions League knockout stage. It is over yet again. No Champions League trophy for FC Barcelona after that 4-0 defeat against Liverpool. Once again, congratulations Liverpool fans, because your team was just amazing. They showed the will to win, and in Barcelona that was never the case, and for that reason we have to focus now on the Copa del Rey and to next season. Next season will be important because I want to see changes, and in this video you guys will see changes. Let me know your players you would sell, buy and keep in this squad for next season. I will now go through my squad that I want to keep for next season. Let us start with our three goalies. Marc-Andre ter Stegen is definitely a keep for me. He has been outstanding this season. He was unfortunate with that goal against Wijnaldum, but besides that, he was just great. He is a leader. He is just a great goalkeeper, so definitely our number one for next season. Next to him, you have obviously Jasper Cillessen, and unfortunate for him, I love him, I like him so much. His dedication for the team, always when we needed him, he stepped up, but I think he should be sold just for his own sake, because he needs playing time. I know he can reach an amazing level, and yes, it's good for him and for us, obviously financially, that he just leaves the club. And for that, then there is space for Iñaki Peña. Iñaki Peña is a young goalkeeper of Barça B, and I would use him as a second goalkeeper, just a stand-in for Marc-Andre ter Stegen, and give him some play time in the Copa del Rey. Then to our defense, starting at right back. For me, the starter at that position for next season must be Nelson Semedo and no one else. Nelson Semedo must be a starter, so he's also a keep for me. Valverde once again did not play him against Liverpool, and that was a big blow for me. We missed him, and then yeah, from it all went wrong defensively, and Roberto's for me totally not a right back. And speaking about Roberto, if we are not going to use him as a midfielder next season, he can be sold in my opinion. Then to our center backs, our leader Gerard Piqué obviously is a must keep. Together with Lenglet. Lenglet had the first great season at Barcelona. Against Liverpool, I don't know, he missed something. It was like he wasn't used to playing anymore with Barcelona. It was a weird game for him, unfortunately. But in overall, he played a great season, and I'm happy with him, so he's definitely a keep. And then we have Big Sam, Samuel Umtiti. Unfortunate for him, he had a bad season with that injury, and I hope that he will get his form back, so he's a must keep for me, because at his best form, he is one of the best center backs in the world. He has proven that, luckily, and I think he will prove that again next season, so he and Lenglet will have great competition within each other. And then to the left back, Jordi Alba. Jordi Alba is for me definitely a keep. Again, also he against Liverpool, he played very, very bad. I didn't recognize my Jordi Alba at all, but he is a must keep. But also we need a replacement for him, and for that replacement, that will follow further in the video. Other defenders we have are Vermaelen, Todibo and Murillo. For me, Murillo and Vermaelen are just, yeah, must leaves. They should leave the club. Vermaelen's end of contract, just farewell to him. And also Murillo can go back to Valencia. He didn't bring anything special to the team. He was brought as a replacement, but then there was also Todibo at the same moment, so Murillo can go back. And for me, Todibo next season, if we buy a new center back in the name of Matthijs de Ligt, who will follow up next, then I would just loan him out. Then to our midfielder, starting with Rakitic as a must-sell for me. Rakitic has had 4 good years in Barcelona. He won a lot of prizes. He made a lot of runs for us, but it's now over. We need some fresh legs in midfield, and Rakitic's time at Barcelona is over, unfortunately for him. Next to him we have Sergio Busquets, and for me Sergio Busquets is a keep just because he is Busquets. He isn't over yet. Yes, he didn't have a great season, but he was still one of the better players in the big games when we needed him. Unfortunately, against Liverpool, he wasn't that controlling, but that was just because of the tactics of Valverde, unfortunately. Busquets is a must-keep, and he will be a great mentor for Frankie de Jong and Arthur in the future. Speaking about Archer, obviously, he's a must-keep for me. Great talent. He started the season great until February. At that injury of him, he had a dip, and from then he didn't get his best form, but I believe in him. He has great potential and he will do great next season. Arturo Vidal is the next one, and he isn't the La Masia play. He hasn't the Barcelona tiki-taka style in his feet, but his dedication and his will to win is just a must-have in this team. I didn't like him at the beginning of the season because I was like, what is he doing here? He's the new Paulinho, but the dedication, the aggressiveness he brings into the pitch, just the will to win, I love that. And just for that, you need a player like that in your team. So Vidal, yeah, he can stay for another year for me. Carles Alenya did a good thing this year. He had his minutes, he showed his ability to attack, his ability to be a great midfielder in the future. So for me, he is a keep. I like him, he has potential, and I will give him a chance in the squad next season. Denis Suarez, also a La Masia player, is a must-sell for me. He was loaned out to Arsenal in January, but he failed there, and now we just have to sell him to another club. Premier League, La Liga, doesn't matter, just get rid of him. Unfortunately, he failed at Barcelona, but yeah, that's the way it goes in Barcelona. It's very hard. Look at Deulofeu, and now it's up to Denis Suarez to leave. Rafinha was also unfortunate with a serious injury at his knee. He was out for like, I think, 8 months so far, and yeah, he's so unfortunate, but he's also a sell for me. He didn't bring anything to the squad. He was, though, important in 3 games at Inter against Real Madrid. He replaced Messi with his injury, but yeah, Rafinha, he won't make it anymore to the top of Barcelona. So we just need to sell him, and that is the same for Andre Gomez. He's loaned out to Everton, and I just hope that we can sell him ASAP because he also just failed at Barcelona. So he also is a must sell. And we jump into our attacking line, starting with Kevin Prince Boateng. Very simple, send him back to Sassuolo. It's easy as that. He came to Barcelona just to enjoy his time in the beautiful city and such a great team. So he did a great job, Boateng, but just sent him back to Sassuolo. Then Ousmane Dembélé, once again, he was unfortunate with injuries this season, but he is a keep for me, definitely a keep, because he proved that he can score goals, he can make assists, and he can open up defenses. Hopefully he can work on his fitness for next season, and also he is a must starter in my squad of next season. Next to Dembele we have Malcolm as our winger, and I just want to keep him just to give him another shot. In his first season he didn't get any chances by Valverde. He was left out of the squad. He didn't get any play time, and if he did get any play time, it was like last 10 minutes, like for example the Liverpool game. Like he could have saved us, and like, come on Valverde, you don't do that to players. And I hope that Malcolm will get a reasonable chance next season, so I would keep him in the squad. Then to the other Brazilian, Coutinho, where to start? I want to keep him because I want to see him with a different coach. If we get a different coach, if Valverde gets sacked because he failed in the Champions League, yes, I know he got a new contract in February, but if he still gets sacked, I want to see Coutinho with a new coach on a different position, on that cam position, on that midfield position. Then I would give him a chance and keep him. If not, it's just hard to say. And I love Coutinho, but he is just a failure. It's as easy as that, guys. Yes, he scored, but he wasn't as important. Yes, he gave assists, but he wasn't as important. Yes, he scored screamers, but he just wasn't that important, and he totally failed. And yesterday we saw his team Liverpool, and all those players were great, and they showed the will to win, and I didn't see anything of that in Coutinho. So for me, he's a keep. If we hopefully get a new trainer, or if Valverde just plays him in midfield, and otherwise, yeah, he can be sold. To our striker, Luis Suarez. He's a sell for me simply because his time is over. I love Suarez, I love his dedication to win, but it's over, and it's getting worse with the time. He's losing his ability to dribble. He never had that, but he still could pass some defenders, but now he totally lost it. He still misses those big chances. Sometimes he scores still those amazing, unbelievable, you think like, no, never he's going to score that, but he still does, and I really respect him for that, and I will be always thankful for the moments he gave us. But it's just time to go, or at least to start in the bench, because we need a new striker, a fresh young striker, who is willing to score more, who's willing to work more, because also that Luis Suarez's work rate dropped immensely in my opinion, unfortunately. So yeah, if we can sell him, we should sell him. If not, he just should be dropped to the bench. And then Lionel Messi, he's still not over. He has proved that, so he's a keep for me. Our Capitan next season. And yeah, unfortunate for him, we did not win the UCL as he promised. But yeah, this is what it is. He still has good stats. He did great for the team. Obviously, his work rate also dropped just like Suarez, but that's just because they're both getting old. But what Messi brings to the team, no one else can. Those goals, those assists, those pre-assists, everything around it, Messi was just amazing this season. Nothing to blame. So yeah, I would keep him. And then let us jump into the players I would buy and promote. First player we should buy, we already bought him. It's Frenkie de Jong. He is a great option on that midfield. I absolutely love him, and he will be a great midfielder in the future of Barcelona. Still very young, a lot of potential, and believe me, he will make it. I've said it right now, right here, and yes, he will make it at FC Barcelona. Then to his Ajax teammate Matthijs de Ligt, the centre back, is also a must buy for me. Not only because he is young, but also because he's just so good at that position. He's 19 years old. He still has like, how many years, guys? 11, maybe 12 years ahead of him as a centre back at Barcelona. That would be great. In the future, I see him as a replacement of Piqué. And yes, I know if you get him now, there's difficulties because he needs to play. He already has played Europa League final, and now he's going to play a Champions League semi-final, probably also a final if they win against Tottenham Hotspur. So he has a lot of experience. He needs playtime, and yeah, I should just buy him and then see what we will do with Piqué, Umtiti, and Lenglet together with De Ligt if we can get him. But I would definitely go for De Ligt. I would definitely buy a new striker. There are many options, but also not that many. It's very complicated with that striker position because firstly there's Jovic. For me, Jovic was the number one, but apparently Real Madrid have an agreement with him. Then there's also Antoine Griezmann. We could buy him last year, but he didn't want to join us. But now his best friends Lucas Hernandez and Godin are leaving Atletico Madrid. So what now with Antoine Griezmann? He's still for me the perfect fit in that position because he can play the ball. He can he can be used as a play option, but also as a striker option. He can work very hard under Simeone. He has proved that, and yeah, he's for me still a very good option together with Werner. Werner is very quick. He has an ability to score a goal. He can also control balls. He can be used as a tiki-taka player. So Werner would also be a great option for me. Obviously, if Jovic is not going to Real Madrid, I would love to see Jovic because He's for me the mini Suarez. He's for me the young Suarez. He can score goals. He can kill you from every occasion. You can give him the ball. He will control it. You can give him the ball. He can play with you, that tiki-taka thing. He is very, very mature at the ball. He can score. He is everything what a Barcelona striker needs, in my opinion. So yeah, a striker is a must-buy, and I just hope that we do it, because if not, we will have serious troubles next year, because Suarez is, like I said, over for me. Another player we should buy is on that left back spot, and an option there is Grimaldo from Benfica. He's an ex-Barcelona La Masia player, so he is a great option for me. He's evolved himself at Benfica, and I think he would be a great backup for Jordi Alba. But does he want to become a backup? I don't think so. There's also Cucurella, and then let's immediately jump into our promoted players, the players I want to promote. Cucurella is on loan at Eibar. He did great there. There was more a left midfielder, left winger at Eibar, but he can play on that left back, and I think he would also be a great option to not only replace but also to be a backup of Jordi Alba in the future. Another player I would promote is Riqui Puig. Riqui Puig, what a player he is. He's for me the greatest Barcelona talent there is at the moment. He has great potential, and we definitely promote him, just that he can learn. I think he still needs a year or two, and then he can make the big step to be a starter in the team. Another player I would promote is Wagué. I already told you guys that I want Roberto to leave if he's not playing at midfield. So if he's used as a right back, I want Wagué as a backup right back. He didn't do good in his first games with Barcelona, but against Celta de Vigo he proved himself. For me personally, I think he did a great job, and with training and playing more with the first team, he will become a great right back for Barcelona. He's very quick, he has some technique, and he's very attacking minded, and he does his job defensively, so he's like a mini Semedo for me. And that was it for me, guys. So my ideal 11 starting from next season would be Marc-André ter Stegen in goal, Semedo at right back, Piqué as our center back, together with Samuel Umtiti, and obviously a backup, Ronglais, just who's in the best form, should play there. Alba as our left back, Busquets still at that controlling midfield position, that CDM position, together with Arthur next to him, just that Arthur and Busquets can control the game together, because also Busquets is getting old and he can't run all those miles anymore, so it's now up to Arthur to take over that task, and then we can play with an attacking minded midfielder, and that for me is Felipe Coutinho. And then on the right we can play Messi as striker, a new one, hopefully a Jovic, but that will be so unfortunate if he goes to Real Madrid. So maybe a Griezmann or a Wagner, and then on the left a Dembele with Malcolm as his backup. Frenkie de Jong can become a backup for Busquets, because he just needs to adapt to La Liga and to the high level of the games, playing a game every 3 days. Yes, he did it this year with Ajax, but this was just 1 year. Now he again is going to do it. He can also be a backup for Arthur, but also as Coutinho, so we can also play with Busquets, Arthur and Frenkie in midfield. So many options, but changes need to be done. And then the last one, the last change: should Valverde be sacked? Yes or no? I let that question and that answer up to you. Let me know in the comment section down below if you should sack or keep Valverde, and which players you should keep, buy and sell for next season. For now, guys, thank you for watching. Subscribe, leave a like, follow our Instagram at @etreacts_. Thank you for watching.